Hi, folks, and thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to tell you about my new album, Songs for the Modern Cowboy. Head over to bryantmusic.com and get yours. And while you're there, check out my new book, Heartbeats and Life Measures, the photography and lyrics of me, Brian Tremblay. Thank you again, and on with the show. Hey, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Lonesome Cowboy Podcast. I'm Brian Tremblay, your host, and today, from the Ottawa Valley again, my favorite place actually in the province because there's so many cool musicians down there, and I happen to find one that's almost local. He's in the from the Algoma district, anyways, and please say hello to Ron Mills. Hey, Ron.
Hello. How you doing?
Very fine, very fine. So, when did you leave Bruce Mines, Ron?
When did I leave or why did I leave?
You want to tell us why? You can, but just tell us. Then go ahead. Let's start with the when.
When? Let me see. Oh, jeepers. That would be I'm going to say 92, 3-ish.
Oh, okay. It's been a bit.
Somewhere around there. If I'm talking about leaving the Bruce Mines, leaving Duff Road and moving up to Sault Ste. Marie.
Okay.
I moved to the Sioux, and I actually worked at, I don't know if you remember Boston Motors.
Yeah.
I was a body man apprentice there for a few years. So
no kidding. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So then I hung around Sault Ste. Marie for a few years. I did that. And then, of course, the steel plant was up and down. And then there was no more work at the steel plant. And I ended up going back to school. So
good stuff. There you go. Yeah. And then when did Ottawa come into the picture?
Well, that's it's kind of in that I moved to Sudbury. I went to school in Sudbury.
Okay. You went to Laurentian?
No, I went to Cambrian College.
Oh, Cambrian. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went to school in Sudbury, and while I was there, I did a placement here in Ottawa at a group home. I took a child and youth work program.
Cool.
So anyway, I did a placement. While I was here on my placement, I had a cousin living here and another cousin who had come into town. Now, my cousin that was living here had written a bunch of songs, and he was some person he worked with was going to use these songs to promote his new business that he was starting, and all this and that. So I went in and I helped him record. I recorded one song and just kind of hung out in the studio with him for a while one day, and they were all East Coast kind of. It was when Great Big Sea was a big thing, and and my cousin's really into the traditional East Coast stuff. Anyway, long story short, he recorded all these songs. The guy backed out of the deal and left my cousin on the hook for all this studio time, and he had all these cases of CDs.
Great.
So he's like, well, I might as well have a CD release party. So I was living back in the Sioux. We went up there we came back to Ottawa for a CD release party. And while we were playing, there was an Alexander Keith rep there. It was myself and my two cousins, and they were the heart and soul of this band. And I was just sitting in on a couple of songs. Anyway, this Alexander Keith rep said, hey, we hire bands to tour around the Ottawa Valley. You guys interested in that? I was like, well, hell yeah, we're interested in that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I actually was going to Algoma University in the Sioux at the time, and I wrote my last exam, and I hopped in the car and drove it up here, and we started touring around Ottawa doing, traditional, a lot of a cappella, acoustic, music.
So is in your bio, it mentions that you had toured with a Celtic folk trio. Is that the Celtic folk trio?
That's it. That's the one. Yep.
So you and a cousin and another person, and away you went.
Yeah, both my two cousins.
Oh, they're both
Yeah,
cousins. Cool.
yeah, and they both, we all grew up 20 minutes from each other, so we kinda played music off and on over the
Nice.
years, and we threw this band together, and we were doing three-part harmonies and stuff like that, and yeah, it was so much fun, and we got paid well, and all the gigs were booked for us. It was like it was like I'm winning the lottery as a musician type of thing. So
And then the new music business showed up in the 21st century, and you went, "What the hell happened?"
yeah, yeah, exactly, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So,
yeah.
how long is the trio still going, Ron, or is it long gone?
No, we did the tour, and my other cousin, he almost right after it was over, he moved to Halifax or Dartmouth,
Okay.
and my other cousin now lives in PEI. So they're both out east right now as
So
well, and yeah.
they
So,
went right to the music.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it really is, the place to go for music.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Um, Last year you went, it said, in your, information there that you went to the East. Now I'm gonna say that's East Coast, I gather.
Yep.
How did you make out there when you, toured a boat with your
Uh,
music?
I was out there for about a week and a half.
Cool.
It was kind of a it was kind in terms of booking gigs, it was kinda last minute.
Mhm.
So, but I did really well, like, I booked gigs I booked gigs from Facebook. I was so surprised that I put a ad on Facebook, and I got, like, 67 replies just saying, "Hey, this is who I am, and, here's a song of mine. I'm looking for singer-songwriter friendly venues." And tons of people got back to me. Now, I had a gig booked, through my cousin. He had played one of my songs, and then there was a group of people that he hangs out with, and they started a thing during COVID where they just have people in, they essentially have house parties, and everybody throws money in, and they're just an awesome bunch of people, and so I went out and I had that gig as kind of an anchor, and I just booked around that, and then I ended up, booking the Larley Creek Hullabaloo, which was great,
Cool.
and yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Such, really great people, nice people, and totally sincerely into folk music and the storytelling music.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That's great stuff. Does your family still own the dairy farm in, Duff Road there, Ron?
Well, actually, my brother and sister own it now. My mom just passed away this, spring.
Oh my, sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
so, uh, dad passed away about, 6 years ago,
Okay.
7 years ago, and, yeah, and they still own the land and the farm, everything is still there, so and then now my brother and sister have bought it now, so
Good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And they're gonna continue doing the dairy work, eh?
Well, they're not doing the dairy work anymore, but they just kinda kept the land just to keep it in the family and just to have the land, right? And
That's cool.
I'm so happy they did, so
Yeah, that's a great reason just to keep it in the family.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good
for sure.
reason to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so you're kind of solo performer, but do you have a band and what do you play with a band for certain gigs, Ron,
Um,
or is it well, I mean maybe you prefer it solo. I don't know.
I I usually I usually play solo, no, I don't have a specific band. I know the first 2 CD release parties I did, I happened to, work with a guy who was a drummer,
Mhm.
and then I have my cousin who lives out in Dartmouth, and he's kind of a do everything sound guy, multi-instrumentalist, sings awesome harmonies, and so I'm really lucky in that respect. So we all kind of come together, and
Do your thing.
I play the guitar and sing, and I have my friend who's a drummer in behind, my other cousin who goes, all right, well, mandolin would be good here. I can play bass on this one. Okay, I'll play a little harmonica and then sing harmonies, and yeah, so
Outstanding. So you have that
Yep.
capability there then.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And of course, you wrote a song to, commemorate all those family memories called Duff Road that is on the album called Duff Road.
Yeah.
And, I love the pictures you paint actually with it, Ron, because I married a farm, girl myself.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
She was from North Dakota, and then I turned her
Oh,
into a
wow.
Canadian like she always wanted to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I just love the way you painted pictures in there. I thought because you talked about, I guess it was your mom's, standing there, meals to make, that kind of stuff, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
your dad probably, it's getting late. Oh, there he is. He finally showed up, but that's usually the way it goes, kind of thing. And I went, oh man, he's
Yeah.
painting great pictures there and stuff like that.
Well, thank
And
you. Yeah.
yeah, I like the way you did that. So, and obviously that time, I mean, growing up in that kind of life is, it probably provides a lot of, material, let's put it that way, doesn't it?
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, a lot of that album is just me missing home is what a lot of that is, right?
Cool.
Kind of missing home and kind of a lot of it is sorting things out. You know what I mean? Having having
Mhm.
having the space now between myself and that time in my life and kind of sorting through that kind of that sorting through my life growing up on the farm.
Gotcha.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've always kind of been the write about what you know. You know what I mean? That's what I know, and that's
Yeah,
if I was
exactly.
if I was to sing
Yeah.
about or try to write something about something different, it just wouldn't sound right because I don't know anything about it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's, yeah, you wouldn't write a song about being, first person about being in a war or a battle or something like that because 'cause you've never been there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to relate. Yeah, I can't relate to that. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that
exactly. That's very cool. There's a couple of schools of songwriting disciplines I've found. Um, some folks, they regularly schedule their songwriting, and it's like, okay, today we're gonna write from this day to this time to this time, and so on and so forth. And they say that's the way that you got to do it. Inspiration will find you when you're working. And other folks, and even big stars, have said
yeah.
the same. I don't write until I feel it.
Right.
What school are you in?
Uh, I'm kind of I believe in both of them. Mostly what I do is write when I kind of feel it. And I always have stuff going in my phone. You know, you always hear people now talking about having their notes. I have
Mm.
a binder full of pieces of paper and scraps and stuff like that still that I haven't thrown out from years ago.
Yeah,
And
right.
now I just have thousands of notes in my phone and I always have 5 or 6 songs on the go and I'll just pull them out and work on them. But I I've been meaning to try and schedule writing because I've also heard you got to kind of change it up too, right? Just to keep it,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just to
Mhm.
kind of keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So and I mean it can't hurt to try it.
Yeah, what the heck,
You
right?
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's and there's that thing I heard believe it or not, it was Gene Simmons, the guy from Kiss there who said
Oh, yeah.
it was might have been the smartest thing I've ever heard him say.
Oh,
Nothing against Kiss or
those
anything.
those are few and far between, but go ahead.
But he said, he said, "If you're a gold miner, you don't strike gold every day, but you still have to go out and mine," which is a
Yeah,
really
good
good
point.
analogy for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? It's like
Just like they say, you can't hit a home run with the bat sitting on your shoulder, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what very well said. Um, yeah. Are you, a studio recording kinda guy, Ron, or do you have the capabilities at home to handle it?
no, I have to go to a studio. I'm not very, tech savvy. It's, it's one of my, biggest challenges is my, yeah, when it comes to computers, I, I'm just not, yeah, I don't have any I don't even have a desire to learn how to navigate my phone. I see people doing all kinds of stuff, and it's like I don't even want to learn how to do that. So, but it's such a necessary part
Yeah,
of
no kidding.
music. But
Yeah.
man, I really, that's something I have to sit down and make myself do, because I'm not interested in it. Do you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So, yeah, I'm recording right now with, a guy named Brock Zeman. He's from the
Okay, cool.
Ottawa Valley,
Yeah.
and, I've recorded with, Dave Draves in Little Bullhorn Studios, downtown off of Preston.
Yep.
And, the Duff Road, that was with, Kate and Hollis Morgan, and they just had a little makeshift studio out in, Constance Bay. But
Mhm.
it was great, like, and that was kinda my first experience recording my own songs, you know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
But, yeah, it was great, so
Good stuff. Is, music a full-time gig for you, Ron?
no, no, no.
You
I,
still in your field that you went to school for?
yeah,
Good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I
That's
work with,
a
special needs, kids, so
that's a special kinda and a good special kinda person that can do that kinda work. Yeah. That's great. And there you go. Well, you can always lean if you have kids, you can always lean on your kids to help you out with your if they're old enough for your tech, your tech
well,
work.
that's what I'm trying to do. I've got my daughter is 14 now, so I've been, mentioning it to her, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
you think you could, figure out how to, because that, is in terms of, my challenges is social media, eh?
Mhm.
It's such a huge thing, and, oh, man, I'm kind of an introverted person, um, to start with, and you have to go out there and you have to say, "Hey, here I am," and listen to my
Ex
music and do well, exactly what I'm talking about,
Oh, yeah, man. I hear
but,
you. Yeah,
it's a real struggle for,
yeah,
someone who's not a natural, natural performer, and,
yeah. I struggle with like I said, telling people about your music and say, "Hey, buy my album. Hey, buy my" well, in my case, I published my first book too, so, you know,
right.
publish that, buy one of those, and I've always said to myself, I gotta watch the sales techniques. I just don't I'm getting too close to slimy, you know what I mean? You don't wanna be a car salesman kinda
Oh,
thing.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
and
I
that's what
know
it feels like you're doing sometimes. You're, just a huckster, you
your
know?
feet, yeah, 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 it's really hard to ask people to part with their hard-earned money.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. We don't like it when it's done to us, but
Yeah,
how else can you make your way in
yeah,
the world in
it's
that respect,
part of
eh?
the deal, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I noticed on your Instagram that you seem to have a thing for working with wood and restoring old stuff.
Oh, yes.
And is
Well,
that something
yeah.
that you do semi-regularly?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of all over the place. You know, I don't do body work anymore, but I still like to mess around with cars sometimes,
Cool.
I also do a little bit of woodworking, and I have a garden as well. I spread myself pretty thin, so I kinda wanna do everything all the time. So, and then during all that ti I have my phone out and I'm typing down lyrics. I gotta remember that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And then you get an idea, "Oh, yeah, I wanna build this too." Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
so that's how it was. My parents did everything, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's what I saw growing up, and that's kinda
Same.
what, yeah, it's
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
interest
yeah, I've been here since 1962 in the Sioux, so
right.
and, you know, a World War II veteran father and a war bride mother, so I saw that, that, yeah, they did almost everything too, you know?
Yeah, yeah, well, you have to, eh?
Yeah, that's
They were
about it.
essentially there's a lot of real pioneer type people up that way,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, there's a big thing. In the music the thing they call the music business today, and I question whether it's a business because the business model really doesn't work very well.
Yeah,
But
no, for us anyway, yeah.
yeah, what do you find is probably the biggest hurdle that you try to overcome in your own music when you're trying to in whatever you're doing? Do you find that there's something in there that needs to be changed in the music business that seems to be a blockage for you?
Uh, I mean, aside from the obvious, um, people don't pay for music
Yeah, no
anymore,
kidding, eh? Yeah,
and well, they don't have to, and again, like, I'm guilty of it myself, right?
sure.
Spotify or Apple Music,
Mhm.
and you have all this music right at your fingertips. It's, um, uh, no, I you know what? I don't know that I'm deep enough into it. My biggest hurdle is myself and, getting, focusing on focusing on, one thing at a time and not getting, overwhelmed with, "Okay, I'm recording, so I have to practice my songs," and then you have to find even thinking of a name for an album, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you have to book gigs, and you have to, then there's all the different things that go into making an album, then there's all the different things that go into booking gigs, and then there's all the different things that go into, um, just promoting your music, right?
Yeah.
And, and as we were saying at the start, unless you're doing it full time, which I'm not, um, and as of someone with a family, you know, I can't do it full time. I really I don't know how people with little kids do it full time.
Yeah, no
Um,
kidding, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I
um,
agree 100% on that one. I mean, my son's 40, so I got we got a grandson at 5 years old, so I don't have to worry about that part anymore, but I do hear where you're coming from, you know? Uh, I kinda went into forced retirement because believe it or not, in Sault Ste. Marie, you can't get a job when you're 60 years old.
really?
They don't like hiring old people here, not at all.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's got a resume that would just frighten you with the degrees and everything else she got. She works at Metro in the deli.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Mm,
It kinda like the music business, you build that great resume, stuff like that, but you're still playing in a
yeah.
in a brewery for, $150 kinda thing.
Well, and it's I remember listening to I remember watching a uh what's his name? Ron Sexsmith.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did
Mhm.
a documentary years ago, and he had Bob Rock producing his album, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And his girlfriend was on there, and his girlfriend was talking about, "Oh, we were at the grocery or not the grocery store, the laundromat, and somebody came in, we're doing laundry, and and this is years and years ago, this is,
Mhm.
'90s." And, she said, somebody recognized him and said, "What, you're Ron Sexsmith?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And she's like and they're like, "What do you why are you here doing laundry? You're like you're Ron Sexsmith. You're friends with Steve Earle and Paul McCartney and all this." He's like, "Yeah, but I can't, you know,
Yeah. They
I
won't do
play
my
so
laundry.
yeah, I gotta do laundry and, I play solo, but because I can't afford to bring a band on the road, you know,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's so hard to make, it's so hard to make money,
Yeah, exactly.
doing this, and even the, there's and people don't realize that this job of singer-songwriter a lot of people I don't think realize this job of singer-songwriter actually exists. I know there's people that know that there's cover tunes, like, there's people who sing covers,
Yeah.
but they don't realize that there's just working singer-songwriters and really, really good music out there and really, really genuine, sincere you have them on here all the time on your podcast,
Mhm. Yep.
people who pour their heart and soul into these songs, and people don't even realize that it's, that they're out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I tell folks all the time.
Yeah.
Turn off your radio. There's so much better music out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Well, yeah, and you went to the folk music conference.
Yeah, I did last year. Heading back there again this year.
Yeah.
I'm facilitating the 55 plus room again, and
Oh,
we're
wow.
hoping to have one of the acoustic rooms. So the Lonesome Cowboy podcast hopefully will be sponsoring one of those.
Oh,
And
cool. Well,
yeah,
maybe
so
I might see you there. I didn't
well,
go to the last one, so
guess what? If you're on the show, might have a spot for you if you
all
show up.
right. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Ron, tell the folks where they can find out more about your music and you and all that fun stuff and socials and all that fun thing.
Uh, Ron Mills Music on Facebook, Ron Mills Music on Instagram. If you type in Ron Mills Music, Ottawa, all that stuff will come up. I'm on all the most evil streaming services. So you can check me out there, Duff Road and Sad News. And then I've got a new album coming yet to be named. So
Ah, cool.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the possible release for that, Ron?
Well, I'm hoping for the fall. I'm hoping for this fall. Um,
Cool.
I was just in the studio a couple days ago and uh, putting some finishing touches on the guitar and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's
I
still
like
some
it.
work to do yet, but I'm
Mhm.
hoping for the fall.
Awesome. That's very, very good. Ron Mills, thank you so much for coming
Oh,
to the program. I appreciate it. And you're a Northern Ontario guy, so I
yeah,
even
yeah.
like that even better. So
Thanks so much for having me, Brian.
no,
I still after I've been here for 20 something years, and it's so nice to talk to people from up north, up that way.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, I got to tell you, man, your Ottawa Valley there with the music scene that you guys got, I am so jealous. There's some
yeah,
great people there, and I'm so glad that I've been included in some of this stuff. And guys like Matt and Maddie and James and that. I mean, they're a great bunch of folks. And
yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
it's been a pleasure to get to know some of these folks. And that's like I said to folks here. I says we don't have a scene up here, man. Treasure what you have because we don't have it. You
Oh,
know.
that's too bad. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
I know.
there's no place to play. I mean, if you want to play a restaurant or a bar, no, not
Yep,
even a bar, restaurant or a brewery, then you can have a gig. But
right, right.
yeah,
But yeah,
great.
it's developing that audience and that, eh?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. It's a great thing. Ron, thanks again for
You've been
coming on the program. Please go check out his music and you're going to find some really cool tunes in there and I know you will enjoy them. And buy some. That's how we continue making this stuff.
Yep.
Thanks again.
Thanks very much, Brian. Bye bye.